again, because I might be tempted. Always get me into these situations again, because I might be tempted. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with everything. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with everything but me. But you're all I've got. You're all I want. You're all I've got. You're all I want. Back in the day, complications never wore my patience. I was always ready to play, play, play. Why face the day in the sunshine in LA? We hit the beach and rode the waves. I lost my balance, I was faded, faded. I was trapped and wrapped up in a scene that was never really me. Plastic lives and starry eyes, and all the freaks were left outside. So I'd look in and wonder why. Where was mine? I couldn't find it, find it. But you're all I've got. You're all I want. Some days it just feels like this will never be enough. Most days it just feels like a struggle to catch up. And I won't mind the day I find what a peace of mind you are. 'Cause life is a wonderful mess. Time to walk away, trade my sunshine in for rain. Same old ways in a different place, but something's changing, changing. I wanted answers and direction. What I got was second guessing, hesitation, no sensation, just more questions. Nothing to blame for being stuck inside this frame of mind. if I can find my way, who I am, what I want, where I'm going, where I was, it's not up to you. I wish there was something you could do, but you're not me, so you can be my answers, because you're all I've got. And you're all I want. Some days it just feels like this will never be enough. Most days it just feels like I've struggled to catch up. But I won't mind the day I find what a peace of mind you are. 'Cause life is a wonderful mess. You're all I've got. You're all I want. You're all I've got. You're all I want. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Do you need anything like I need you? Yo! Let's go. Dude, what? Is it Thursday? Is it Wednesday? I don't know what day it is. I think it's Thursday, right? Oh! Do you need anything like I need you? 𝗙𝗍𝗆. Do you need anything like I need you? Do you need anything like we need a pine box? Oh, do you need anything like we need a pine box? Oh, America needs that pine box. More than anything. If there's a God, please deliver the pine box. For the love of dog, please save the world with that unfinished pine. Handcrafted into a rectangle capable of holding 6'1", 297 pounds. Please, I'm begging you. We'll take anything. It could even be a refrigerator box at this point, made of cardboard. All right, let's go, dude. Now that felt like it's a potential #1 hit, bro. I don't know. I may have to put that on the internet and just take my chances. See what happens with the diaper insert. Oh, dude. All right. I'm ruling nothing out at this point. Oh shit. Jesus, dude. Lord have mercy. How we doing? Oh my God. What a crazy fucking adventure we're participating in at this day and age. First off, I'd like to say thank you to the Mariners. Mariners won today. It's a nail biter. Oh shit, that was a fucking down to the wire. Right? Nail biter. It's 5-11. Yeah, but it's got to include the lifts. Okay, just for the record, right? You can't plan anything about the pine box without taking into account the lifts that most certainly are in those fucking, cheap loafers. All right? So you can't forget that. Okay? Yeah, they fucking swept the Angels. That shit was like nail biter. Oh shit. Nail biting. Dude, I saw the Cubs scored 20 some runs. Was that yesterday or some shit? That was fucking nuts. Okay? So Trump Freedom 250, they may have evidence. Guys, let me just tell you. Something is up with the Freedom 250. Yeah, but Frank, you know what it is, Frank, about the 23-3, or I think it was 24. But what it is after a while, they don't put their pitchers in. They put a position player in who just throws the ball like regular speed, somebody who's not a pitcher. So they scored almost 10 runs in the inning that's what happens when teams get 13 runs or whatever. They take the pitcher out, and some guy just throws it at the plate. Shit just goes, right? Every hit is over the wall, dude. Dude, it's so funny when you see how crazy those guys can hit when they're just getting thrown your average ball. If you went and threw the ball
anywhere near the plate to one of those big league players, they would hit every single pitch of yours over the fence, dude. Like every pitch would go. So yeah, dude, do we have a link to that wire fraud story? Because we should look at it. I mean, guys, I'm not surprised. Okay, I'm not surprised. I mean, the America 250 money disappeared. They've spent nothing on this fair. So let's start with the fair. Okay. Oh, it's on Midas Touch. All right. Yeah, we'll go look at that then, because we're gonna be fucking checking them out. So let's start by warming up with some shit that was going on today. Because you remember how I said Shannon Watts blocked me the other day? Well, dude, she was doing some shit today too with Hasan that was like so crazy, guys. Where, look at this shit, okay? This woman, guys, is really making me mad, okay? This is really making me mad, okay? Because, dude, I don't know, man. I've really had my nerves get frayed in this particular election, okay? And here's why. So, in the lead up to 2024, there was a lot of leftists that were frazzled. They were upset. They were rightfully upset about Gaza. They were rightfully upset about us still sending money over there, all this devastation. And they were asking for Democrats to speak up. And nobody was speaking up, okay? Nobody was. And, dude, I defended the Democratic Party, like, through the entire election year. Even though they didn't do a good job, like clearly Gaza was an issue, a major issue for Democratic voters. And the Democratic Party and Dem leaders did nothing about it, guys. And we like lost the goddamn election in every facet. Okay, now I naively thought, okay, we're going to learn a lesson from this. And the Democrats are going to acknowledge that, like, man, we played that all wrong. Let's get our coalition together. And they're not, okay? They're not. In fact, they're attacking the leftists, like, even more. And now the leftists are having success. And the Democratic Party is lining up against the leftists that are succeeding. And they're using right-wing talking points. And it is like, what the fuck is going on? I'm literally watching this. And like, guys, I am not going to forget this. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching people literally fucking in front of me, people I have followed that have followed me for years, like blocking me and shit, and all because they just want to forever fund Israel. That's it. It's like they're Islamophobic. They won't say this about Mamdani and 𝗵𝗓𝗪, but the real issue with them is they're Muslims. Or, right? They're Muslims and they want to defund the war machine. And it's crazy. And so Shannon, though, in particular, guys, Shannon Watts founded an anti-gun group, okay? She is supposedly anti-violence, but she's only anti-violence when it's here in America and when it's like her political power. She's not anti-violence when we're spending billions of dollars and murdering people around the world. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, dude? I am like so frustrated here. And so, right? So what's interesting is Shannon Watts now says 𝗙𝗪𝗟 isn't just associated with Hasan Piker. He's inviting him to his rallies. He's also campaigning with anti-abortion establishment lawmakers like David Bonnoir. If you don't want to be tied to these people, don't make them part of the campaign. So she's like trying to demonize like the fucking the presence of Hasan Piker, okay? And like she's been on 𝗙𝗪𝗓 and she's been on Graham Plattner like crazy. And they keep saying that they're misogynists and they're Nazis and he's, you know, whatever, Islamist and this, that, and the other. And they're like going to town. But it's like, dude, it's so weird because AOC endorsed Abdul El-Sayed, right? But if you look at Shannon Watts, guys, okay, she supposedly liked AOC, right? AOC for president. But AOC endorses Abdul El-Sayed, but Shannon Watts is like attacking Abdul El-Sayed with all her fucking might, okay? And she's blocking people, okay? She's blocking people. You know what I'm saying? And then look at what she says, though. She attacks him, and then Hasan is like, yo, remember when you retweeted this insane cult leader currently in court for a revenge porn case, right? And so, dude, she's calling Plattner and El-Sayed misogynist, but she's like retweeting and supporting Destiny. Like, yo, dude, Destiny is so gross. I mean, he's mean. He's like right wing. He's a sex predator. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's like, I mean, I know he's a good leftist debater, but he's almost exclusively like a manosphere dude that like shits on everybody, right? And with very questionable behavior around women, like actually harmful shit, grooming like young people and shit. But she's fine with that because he's like pro Middle East war machine. And that is so fucked up, guys. It is like their overriding thing. And then look at what she responds. She says, remember that time you accused me, a full-time volunteer for 11 years who worked to stop gun violence, the leading cause of death among U.S. kids, of rooting for the mass shootings of children? You're the deranged one. But look at this. He didn't say she was rooting, but he said this person went from trying to stop school shootings in the U.S. to demanding more school shootings in Gaza, Lebanon, and Iran, and it's actually unbelievable. But like, dude, if you're funding the Middle East, that's what you're doing. You are encouraging more of this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know? You are fucking encouraging more of this shit. Oh, it's fucking wild, dude. And then she's blocking everybody. She is like blocking everybody. You know what I mean? Dude, it's crazy. It is crazy what is fucking going on here, boss. Right? But so this is wild. Because they're attacking El-Sayed because he said Haley Stevens can't string two sentences together. Right? But like, dude, now they're like, if he fucking attacks his opponent at all, they're like saying he's being sexist. So, all right, that's fucking crazy. Now you can't even attack your opponent anymore in the primary. At all. I mean, and dude, Haley Stevens is a fucking weirdo, dude. She is a weirdo. She is like a weird hobbit, fucking Bible-eyed freak that has taken like tens of millions of dollars from corporate lobbies. It is pissing me off like so much. You know what I'm saying? It is crazy. It is like fucking like nonstop. And it's wild though, because they would rather have anybody win other than, you know, people fighting for healthcare and to end the Middle East finances. And dude, it's like blowing my mind. It is blowing my mind because here's the thing that's so crazy, guys, is all of these people, they keep saying that, oh, if El-Sayed wins, he can't possibly win the general election. But it's like, dude, the moderate Democrats lost every piece of government in the last election. They lost everything. We lost the House. We lost the Senate. We lost the presidency. They lost a bunch of local seats. They lost a bunch of local seats and other seats while Biden was president. They lost a bunch of shit during Trump's first presidency. They lost with Hillary Clinton. Like, they have done basically nothing but mostly lose for the entirety of the last 10 years. But they're saying, you guys can't possibly win. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? And they had one poll today, guys. Look at this. They had one poll. Check this out, okay? I want to show you something here. They had one poll, okay? Look at this today, okay? They have one poll where, look at what this woman says, okay? Right? She says there was a poll about Plattner being behind Susan Collins. And she says, if only people had listened to those of us who told you Plattner was a bad candidate, instead of arrogantly and dishonestly calling us paid shills for Israel, we may have actually had a shot in Maine. But guys, that is one fucking poll is making them do this. And like, if you want to see why we're losing so badly, is because of this general attitude. The minute that there is like the tiniest poll or the tiniest indicator that the other side is winning, they're like, we told you so, you fucking suck, you can't win, right? I mean, there's no fight. Like we should all be fighting behind Plattner and being like blue wave, helping this guy win. But no, instead of her phone banking for Plattner, instead of her, like, you know, doing anything to help Plattner, she's just basically like, I told you so, the minute there's one poll by Fox News that says Susan Collins is ahead, right? It was a Fox poll that said Susan Collins is up by like 3 points or something. Is this one. You ready? I don't even know how accurate it is, but it's this one. There's a Fox News poll that says Collins is up by 3. A Fox News poll, guys. Okay, now, let me just go back to Sarah Ironside's tweet real quick. Okay, because my point being, guys, is there's no fight in these people. Okay, and this, more than anything, like, forget the AIPAC, forget the money to Israel, forget healthcare, forget all of that shit, okay? More than anything, I think the reason why I like 𝗙𝗪 and fucking Plattner and 𝗪𝗟𝗓 is because they have more fight than this, okay? They're not going to be like, oh, see, I told you. Oh, we can't win. Oh, yeah, no, Collins. Oh, we needed to have the 80-year-old Democrat woman. Right? Dude, they have no fight, bro. None. Like, dude, she's rolling over with the guy who slammed in the fucking, you know, the Democratic primary. He slammed, okay? Who is she? She's just another, whatever, random fucking Twitter person with 80,000 followers. But it doesn't matter because it's not just Sarah Ironside that's doing this, Chips. I'm using her as an example. This is literally how the Democratic establishment is operating. A lot of them, a lot of the like moderate pundits are adopting this whole thing. You got Shannon Watts, you got this Sarah Ironside person, you have people like Neera Tanden who's sort of like riding the fence on this. I mean, you know, they are these middle of the road people that insist that a progressive can't win. Only a Republican light Democrat can win where there are like white working class voters. And dude, it's so frustrating because these people, like, the reason why I like these new candidates more than anything is they're willing to dig their heels in and they're willing to actually brawl. You know what I'm saying? They're willing to actually brawl, guys. And like right now, we need some brawlers. We need fucking brawlers. You know? We need brawlers, guys. But dude, it's pissing me off though. Because you have shit like Karoline Leavitt, okay? You have shit like Karoline Leavitt going on Fox today, and look at what she was saying, okay? She's fucking doing this shit. Watch this.
White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt joins us now. The commie revolution, Karoline. Did you ever see this coming?
That was quite the monologue. Never would I imagine I'd be watching videos like that. Candidates running for the modern day Democrat Party. This is not your granddaddy's Democrat Party. This is not the Democrat Party of JFK.
By the way, your granddaddy's Democrat Party were Dixiecrats and segregationists, which she would have loved, by the way. Okay, your granddad's Democratic Party was like Strom Thurmond, okay?
This is a full-blown communist revolution that is taking over Capitol Hill right here in Washington, D.C., just a few steps away from where we are sitting right now. The inmates are running the asylum. These are crazy people who are advocating against what I call the 3 Ps: prison, police, and police, and private property. They don't want any of those things, and those are the ideals that founded this great country 250 years ago. But
dude, the 3 Ps, she couldn't even remember them, but she said, I know it's 4, private property, but she couldn't remember them. But dude, she said our founding ideals, guys, are prison, police, and private property. Dude, like, what? What, bro? What, prison is one of our founders' ideals? Yo, that's fucked up, bro. Yo, what up, America? Yo, yeah, can I speak to the founding fathers, please? Dude, we have some crazy chick right now on Fox News saying that prison is supposed to be one of our founding ideals. Can I get a fact check on that? Dude, you need we need some smelling salts in here. Yo, dude, these guys have been dead for like 300 years. All right, so prison is not a founding ideal. Yeah, see, I thought it was life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I didn't realize it was prison, police, and private property, according to these Botox hags. All right. Yo, dude, you need to get back in the crypt, all right, thank you, buddy. All right, bye-bye. Fuck you, bye-bye. All right, so it is, in fact, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is not, it is confirmed, the founders' ideals were not prison, police, and private property. Dude, yeah, and pedophiles, if you're counting her admin. Is that not the most insane statement you've ever seen? One of our major political parties is talking about prison as one of the founding ideals of America. Prison. I can't even say it with a straight face. Hold on. I need to close my door. All right. I left my door open. Dude. Prison. What the fuck? Okay. But guys, one thing I do want to point out though is the right wingers are framing this as like this communist takeover, but some of the centrist Democrats are calling the new DSA people communists. So they're like playing into this. They're essentially like, oh, the Republicans are calling people communists. So all we have to do is really call them communists too. And like, maybe they'll start losing, you know? And it's like, bro, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing that? And that's what's really bothering me, guys, is I felt like 2024 was like, okay, the Democrats need to learn a lesson here. Like, we really botched a lot of things, and they're not learning the lesson, guys. And I've been a Democrat for a long time. And now I've watched 2016, 2020, 2024, and now going into the most important midterms I've ever seen. And they're still like not learning the lesson, where it's like some of them, many of the entrenched people, it seems like they would prefer losing to a Republican than having, DSA people or anti-APAC people win elections in their own coalition. And that is really alarming me, because it's like, if that's the case, we need to demolish the Democratic Party and we need to like take it over. And I have always felt like wanting to avoid that fact, but like maybe that is what needs to happen. And maybe we need to steadfastly smash it apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, even if it means like America does a face plant and bottoms out first, like the same way that like for me to get sober, I had to hit like bottom, okay? And so maybe America needs to hit bottom with these religious zealots, and we got to fracture the thing and just really like take it till people are like totally face planted, and then they'll fucking wake up, And that's like a scary thought, guys, because it's going to get real fucking dark in here if we have to do that. But I mean, man, they're still not waking up. They're still not waking up, bro. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you think we're well on our way? I mean, we kind of are, We kind of are. Dude, it's like pretty disheartening. America is young, definitely, guys. We're only a couple hundred years old. But dude, this is like really fucking pissing me off, boss.
To sell. You just promise people free stuff. Until a few years, you're living in schools and private property.
She couldn't even remember the 3 Ps.
Washington, D.C., just a few steps away from where we are sitting right now. The inmates are running the asylum. These are crazy people who are advocating against what I call the 3 Ps: prison, police, and private property. They don't want any of those things, and those are the ideals that founded this great country 250 years ago. Jesus. But as President Trump says, communism is easy to sell. You just promise people free stuff. Until a few years, you're living in squalor with no free home, no free food. You're just sitting.
Dude, we're literally living in squalor right now, guys. Like, that's just it. We are living in squalor right now. I mean, dude, it's like literally, you want to see Wheeling, West Virginia? Right? There's Wheeling, West Virginia, guys. Okay? That is Wheeling, West Virginia. I could show you this in Portland, in San Francisco, in Seattle, in Chicago, Milwaukee, Madison, Los Angeles, fucking, pick a city or town in America. Like, and there's this, okay? It is like, fuck, bro. What is she talking about?
There with a whole bunch of communists looking around and saying, what the heck happened to our failed state?
And the president said he'd be a great communist. He'd give everything away for free.
It's an easy sale to make.
But he said...
Dude, what is this free? What is this fucking free shit? You know what I mean? Like, no, nothing is free. It's our tax money, right? Dude, the fuck, bro?
Communism, this new strain, it's the biggest threat the country in 250 years has ever faced. I mean, that's a powerful statement. Dude,
at this point, guys, all I can say at this point is that like America, like we have to be stupid. If people are watching Fox and they're believing this shit, then our problem isn't even capitalism. Our problem is our people are stupid. Americans are fucking dumb. Okay? They're fucking dumb. You know, I mean, we have a capitalism problem, but we also have Americans are uneducated and fucking brain dead. Okay? That's right, and they're junked out on religion.
And he's 100% right about that, because if you look at these candidates, they are becoming mainstream in the modern day Democrat Party. You mentioned Chuck Schumer is worried about his leadership position. He should be, because if he was in a primary in New York State against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is a socialist and probably commie-curious, as you pointed out, he would get wiped out. And he's the leader of the Democrat Party. Hakeem Jeffries is afraid of these candidates running because they are going to take over the Democrat Party. So the way that we stop this communist revolution in its tracks is for great Americans across the country who love America, who are celebrating her in 250 years of our great nation this week, to vote against this communist revolution, vote against the Democrats. There's only one choice. It's President Trump, it's the Republican Party, and it's common sense. That's what this is about. Communism versus common sense.
That's a good way to frame.
Dude, look at that. I'm sorry, but you're going to need a few more voters than that, dude. Look at the fucking fair, bro. Dude, the fair. Dude, Icy Bird, 19 hours behind the wheel. Thanks for the show. You're welcome. Dude, Icy, thank you. All right, and crazy 19 hours. Let's fucking see if we can get that dance party, guys. We're going to get it started. All right? Fucking short stream tonight, though. I'm going to spend a little time with Jenny. I'm going to probably be doing shorter streams for the next couple days because Jenny is going away. So we're trying to load up some time before she leaves. So we will get the dance party going and see if we can get that. Dude, 19 hours is crazy. Isn't that wild, though, guys? Like, what the fuck, dude? What in the actual fuck? All right, we're going to pivot here. We are going to pivot. We are going to pivot to the other thing from the fair, guys, because this fair is such a disaster. Okay, it is such an absolute disaster. Can I just show you? Look at what went on today, boss. Oh, one thing I want to show you is look at this, dude. Look at this. So Kamala Harris reached out to the Mamdani administration and apparently was talking to Mamdani, and she's trying to fucking meet up with them, talking about potentially her presidential run in 2028. And somebody made this fucking thing, dude. Hello, fellow Democratic Dude. With the anti-Zionism t-shirt. I'm sorry. Dude, I love Kamala, but like, bro, that sort of fucking nails it, doesn't it? Like, oh my God, dude, Gavin Newsom. We need to do one with Gavin Newsom too, dude. Gavin Newsom's the same way. Oh, hey, billionaire taxers. What's up, guys? Dude, they're so like folding in. Dude, Pinky, let's go. Let's go, Pinky. Let's go, guys. 29, baby. Just like Gavin. Dude, just like Gavin, yeah, DSA. Dude, I'm going to join the DSA. I think I'm going to get involved with my local DSA. Fuck it. Fuck it, bro. I think the Portland one is good. It's the 90s skater kids. No, this is the Buscemi meme. Dude, it's the Buscemi meme, right? It's this one. How do you do, fellow kids? That's what it is, right? Remember when how do you do, fellow kids? Dude, oh shit. Oh fuck, bro. Dude. Oh shit. Let's go. Oh, that's fucking good. Why is DSA 85% white? I don't know, boss. I don't know. I mean, I would presume, Justin, if I had to guess why DSA is 85% white, I would say this. I would say because the Democratic Party provided the fucking Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. And then people of color became staunchly allegiant to the Democratic Party. And the fact that the Democratic Party has been dogging on everyone that is not the mainstream party. And then you have a lot of the elected officials of color did the same thing, that people of color are just being allegiant. I think younger black people are becoming more a part of the movement. And I think older black people are more suspicious of it. But I think that, like, you know, I don't know. I mean, that is my best guess, right? That is my best guess, you know? But I mean, dude, it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. That's my best guess. But I think, though, like, you know, it's like the work needs to be done, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like ultimately, the thing is ultimately the fight for healthcare and the fight to end Middle East wars needs to be done, whether DSA is 50% black or 10% black, okay? I don't think that, like, I have to monitor the demographics of the group to fight for things that are going to help everybody in America. And I think that people will continue trying to cross that racial, like, divide. And especially there's young people of color that are doing this fight. But I just don't think that like that. I don't think it's important. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, you know, as we found in the civil rights movement, like, black people alone cannot change the country, okay? They need a lot of white people and other races to be fighting with them. So, you know what I'm saying? If the DSA was 90% black, would it have more political power than it does now? You know, I think we know the answer to that would be no. If that group was 90% black, it would be getting arrested. They'd be getting fucking put in prison by the fucking cops. So, you know, I don't know that those numbers are important, you know, but I don't have an answer for that. But I don't think that it changes my fight at all. You know what I'm saying? I will say this, though. I am starting to notice people, like, you brought that up, and I noticed that you're bringing it up to cast suspicion on the DSA. You're like, oh, 85% white. So that means what? That it can't possibly be helping, you know, people of color? I mean, you know, I don't know. Is that accurate? I don't think so. I just think that, like, more people need to get involved with that movement, and we need fighters. Dude, we got a gifted! Serene, let's go! But I've noticed online, there are a lot of attacks. The DSA is being attacked as like, oh, it's just rich white kids is what is being attacked. Pinky says, I stopped donating to DCCC. Right, dude, fuck the GOP party of grifting, thieving, gaslighting pedophiles. Let's go, Froggy. Let's go, Pinky. Dude, Pinky, Pine Box Dance Party. Let's go. Dude, we're already up to 7, guys. Dude, we're killing it. Pinky, Annie up, punks. Dude, Pinky is fucking quarterbacking. Let's go, Pine Box Dance Party. Dude, Annie up, punks. Let's go, Pinky. Dude, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate you, boss. Shin Godzilla. Weighing in, let's go. This black voter votes, let's go. But I think, though, guys, dude, Pinky, let's go. This is going to get crazy, though, okay? This is going to get crazy. Dude, Dr. Thumpenstein, let's go. Dude, the thump is in the house. But I will say, though, guys, I will say that I also venture to guess there is another scenario going on. I've talked about this before. I've talked about how how socialism, I think, is really scary to people of color because they believe that the people of color will get left out. Okay, they believe that socialism, once it takes care of all the white people, they will get cut out and then nobody will be fighting for them afterwards. And so I think they're very afraid that they're going to get cut out of the deal. But like, yeah, I mean, the thing that's crazy is they're being left out now, you know? And so that is like, I don't know. I really think it is, you know, it may be just because of the legacy of the, you know, the John F. Kennedy Democratic Party, that like that legacy has been reinforced. But things are going to be changing though, because, you know, a lot of those leaders in the South, this sucks. Like almost all of the black leaders in the South in the Democratic Party, all the people in Congress are about to lose their seats. Every single black leader that has been like firmly, you know, like touting the establishment Democratic Party, they are all going to be out of power in the next 4 years. They are going to get gerrymandered out of every one of their seats because of that Supreme Court decision. And so that is going to affect people too, because they're going to be like, oh, fuck, bro. Like, what's happening now? And so, I don't know, dude. Shit's going to get crazy. Dude, Stephanie says, been singing all of the 60s groups to your cat. All right, let's go. Dude, boogie down, motherfucker. Let's go, 𝗙cie. Dude, let's go. Dude, and Pinky said, the Dems hear us loud and clear. Pony up or see ya. Let's go, guys. 19 away. So, I mean, I just know this, okay? Segregation never, integration now. Love you, punks. Let's go, Stephanie. I just know this, guys. I am not a rich white kid, okay? I was a working class white kid, and so maybe my involvement will help, okay? Maybe my involvement will help. I don't know. But I do know that I'm going to get involved. And I do know that, like, I love Kamala Harris, but this fucking meme made me laugh. Okay, because, you know, people like the Mamdani coalition, like really tried, you know, before Mamdani, that Mamdani coalition was still there with Bernie and AOC and the squad and all that. And they tried really hard to sort of like, I don't know, it seemed like everybody tried to partner with Kamala. And it did not happen. Instead, we got the Liz Cheney collab. And it's like, it's pretty weird now, though, that now she's calling Mamdani, which could get interesting because maybe Kamala Harris is going to join up with that coalition like, you know, Hakeem Jeffries did. And the thing about it is, though, guys, is Kamala Harris, whether you love her or hate her, she's been extraordinarily left-wing, and she is a gritty fighter. So I don't know, dude. 2028 could get interesting. What if Mamdani and all the DSA people endorse Kamala Harris as their candidate, guys? That could be pretty fucking cool, dude. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be interesting. Like, I mean, because people can grow, dude. I've grown since 2024. So Kamala Harris could grow. I mean, I know she doesn't like Netanyahu. You know what I'm saying? I know she doesn't like Netanyahu. Bernie was right, Pinky says. Dude, Pinky, let's go. Dude, Pinky's QBing right now. Dude, fuck Netanyahu, fuck Putin, fuck Trump. Let's go, dude. And dude, fuck Shannon Watts, too. I'm serious. Dude, Ian Precious, let's go. Let's go, dude. Dude, Thumpenstein, let's go! Get the thump, baby! You know? But we'll see, dude. It's gonna be interesting. Okay? It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Guys, 13 away, dude. We got this. Dude, we're fucking slamming tonight, baby. She's washed? I don't know. Maybe she is. Maybe she is, dude. But that shit cracked me up, dude. Oh my God, dude. I'd vote for her. She's done Callie right pretty much. Dude, Pinky, my thing is this, guys. You ready? If she had the support, if Kamala Harris had the support of AOC and Mamdani and all of the new coalition, if she had their support, I would back her. I would, 100%. If she was running against the inside and the new part of the Democratic Party, I would not back her. But if she had the support of them, like even with Jeffries, I don't like Jeffries. I don't like him at all. But as long as Mamdani and Hakeem and AOC and Bernie are aligned, I will back Hakeem as long as they're backing him. Okay? If they turn their back on Hakeem, I will let him go too. But if they're working with him, I'm willing to work with him as well. Okay? Because I know that they're doing a really good job of putting shit together, guys. And you know what I'm saying? They are, okay? They are, you know? And one thing I will say with this, guys, is listen to me. And remember Obama, okay? Listen to me. Dance forever, F the fascists. You got to remember Obama, guys, okay? And hear me out on this, okay? Obama, leaned into the warmongering because he felt like he needed to appease the machine to survive, okay? Because he was a black man. He was on thin ice. They had to remove the public option for fucking Lieberman to vote for the Affordable Care Act. He had to fuck his own legislation. So Obama felt like he needed to appease the machine, which is a warmongering machine, okay? So if Kamala Harris felt the same way, I'm going to forgive her for that. That doesn't mean she can't get in with a coalition of badasses and then fight that very machine. Because I don't think in her heart of hearts, she saw Gaza and wants more of that, guys. I mean, if you saw her with Netanyahu, she fucking hates that guy, okay? And she's got a Jewish husband. But Jewish people don't like Netanyahu either. A lot of them don't. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. Okay, Pinky, let's go. I just know that she got more votes. She got the most votes other than Joe Biden in the history of presidential elections. And that's a respectable fucking haul, okay, with 107 days of campaigning, dude. Dude, Pinky, let's go. All right? And so, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. For me, I'm fucking, I don't close the door on anything, guys. Okay? I don't close the door on anything. I don't. Let's go. All right. Moving on. Dude, I thought that was funny, though. Oh, shit, bro. That was a funny meme. You'd rather have AOC? Yeah, I don't think AOC, though, is going to run in 2028, guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think AOC is going to run in 2028. I mean, maybe, but I don't know that that's going to happen. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I think there's a better chance of her knocking off. Stephanie, let's go. She was for Gaza, though? Who was? Kamala Harris was for Gaza? I don't know about that, guys. I mean, dude, Pinky, let's go. She was the vice president. You know, vice presidents don't stand up and say, I disagree with the president and we shouldn't be doing this. That's not really how it works. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you don't, you know what I mean? That's a risky proposition there. Dude, yeah, I think AOC, I mean, dude, first off, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I guarantee you it's going to get interesting, though, guys. Dude, Pinky, let's go. next Kamala Harris take I have is an L? All right. Well, dude, I don't care if you like all my takes, boss. I'm just telling you, like, she's fucking strategizing. So, Ethan, let's go. Whether you like my take or don't like my take, you know, what are you going to do? If AOC and Mamdani and all of those people, Graham Plattner and everybody else backs Kamala Harris, you're going to fucking pick somebody else? No, you're not. Like, it's a realistic take. You're going to fucking not do shit if all of them back her. That's going to be your fucking candidate, and you know it. So I think it's a realistic take, right? And you denying it or saying that you would fight all of them and be like, no, they're all sellouts. No, I'm going to go vote for who? For who? For fucking Gavin Newsom? Give me a fucking break, dude. La boss. Let's go, Asti. Right? Let's go. Dude, you're just being a fucking whiner now, dude. Now you're talking out your ass. You just gave away your game, boss. Right? Disregarded. Seriously. Dude, they talk out their ass. Right? You're pushing back on the characterization of her? No. Dude, well, the characterization of her is accurate. She is very left-wing, guys. Okay? And she has always been very left-wing. Right? She has always been a left-wing person. That is accurate. And if you don't know about that, then you haven't really watched a lot of her career. Okay? You know, dude, Thumpenstein, let's go! Dude, let's go. Oh, shit! Dude. Oh, dude, let's go. We're one away, baby! One away. Ooh. Dude, you know what's so funny about it is her Medicare taking over hospice and disability would have been like literally, dude, Pinky, let's go. There it is. That would have been the first step. I'm telling you right now. When we do get Medicare for all, I bet it starts with Kamala Harris's Medicare taking over hospice and care of the disabled, right? Dude, let's go. Sorry, are you saying Kamala Harris is left wing? Because we're here, we love America, punk rock politics. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Let's go, boss. All right. But again, you know, realistically, guys, you can love me or hate me, and you can say my takes are crazy, but in the end, I'm going to tell you right now, okay? In the end, all of you that are leftists that are in my chat, whomever the Mamdani coalition endorses for president, you are going to support them, okay? I guarantee you will. I know it right now, okay? They're going to endorse someone, and whether it's Gavin Newsom or Kamala Harris or anybody else, you're going to support them. And you're going to, even if you say, I fucking hate that person, you are going to like eat your words and you're going to support them because you know that they're aligning with the coalition. And if they get behind somebody, that they're like worth your backing. Okay. So you can say whatever you want about me, but I know what you're going to do. Okay. We all know what you're going to do. So like, that's all I'm saying is whoever they back, you're going to get behind, and we all know this. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing. Now, the question will be what the moderate and centrist Democrats might do in that instance. Okay. Because we don't know if they're going to get behind who those people agree with. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious, guys. We're like, that's going to be really interesting. You know what I'm saying? That's really interesting. Yeah. But 𝗪𝗙𝗪, the thing about this though is just so you guys know, if you think you're getting a non-corporate Dem as a president in 2028, you're like, what does that even mean, boss? I mean, you got to get realistic. Okay. The president, the Congress, first off, are the people that make the laws. But I mean, what do you think? I mean, you know, I know you guys talk about Ro Khanna, but he's got like a $250 million stock portfolio. You think Ro Khanna is not a corporate Dem in some degree? I mean, maybe he's not because he's got 250 million, but like, bro, give me a break. Like, I guarantee you that the president in 2028 is probably going to be some corporate Dem that is aligning with the non-corporate part of the party. Okay. Because, you know, that would be my guess. I'll be shocked if it's anything but that. Okay. If it's anything but that. Dude, let's go. Dude, telling you, dude, we need to look at 28 candidates now and stop worrying about Pine Box. Let's go. I mean, it's hard though, Stephanie, because we don't know between now and 2028 what's going to happen. Like, there could be some big move. You know, but it's going to be an interesting primary nonetheless. All right, moving on. I'm not going to argue though. I mean, I'm just saying right now, Kamala is meeting with Mamdani, and she may very well end up being your candidate. Okay, so I mean, as much as you hate her and as much as you don't trust her, just don't be surprised if we're in 2028 and she is in coalition with Mamdani and those guys. Don't be surprised. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it might. Dude, it might. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what's so crazy, dude. Anything can happen, boss. You're voting for Newsom's hair gel. Dude, I'm gonna vote for Haley Stevens for president. I'm gonna write in, dude. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a write-in for Haley Stevens, right? Because she's fucking got the best. She's got the best fucking ad I've seen lately. You like that? You like that ad? Look at that shit, bro. That is Haley Stevens for Senate. Fucking beautiful ad. Let's go. Dude. Oh, shit. Asteroid strike. Let's go. Oh, shit. See, there's a saying, guys. Listen to me. Listen to me. There's a saying that you'll do well in life if you take what I'm about to say to you as like a legitimate piece of information, because it applies in politics and it applies in fucking life. You ready? It says, prepare for the worst and then work toward the best. Okay? Which means you got to get out of pie in the sky fucking, oh, it's going to work out exactly like this and I'm going to get everything I want. You got to get out of that mentality and you got to look at what could be your worst case scenario and you got to be ready to respond in that situation, and then you work full on in trying to make the best happen. Okay? And so that's why people who are like, I can only see one way in 2028. If it works out bad and they get the worst possible scenario, they're going to be dejected. They're going to lose steam. They're going to lose enthusiasm. They're going to get negative and they're going to spiral down that rat hole. So you do have to look at what's going on and you have to see, oh shit, we could end up with Kamala and the squad. We could end up with Gavin Newsom and the squad. And you got to be prepared to see how that could work. And then you fight like hell to not end up there. But you have to be like aware of what's going on. And, you know, and I think the Hakeem Jeffries, Mamdani, AOC, like triangle is telling you that there is a corporate Dem where the money is with the upcoming like socialist coalition happening. Okay, because they need some of that power structure if they're going to topple it and produce some really effective change and not get cucked like fucking Lieberman did to the public option, or Manchin did to the fucking Build Back Better, or Sinema did to minimum wage. And so you have to see that, like, that the only way you're going to get rid of the corporate Dems is if some of those really powerful corporate Dems partner up with the socialists and work together to get rid of all the other corporate Dems, but the ones that partner up. That's how those power shifts work, guys. Okay, because of the money. Okay, because corporate Dems are important because they have a lot of this. Okay, and it's a matter of getting that money though and doing something with it that's other than just bending over for the corporations. And so that Hakeem Jeffries coalition got me very intrigued because something's up. Okay, there is corporate wing that is fusing with socialist wing in a way that we've never seen here in America before. And so I'm not counting anybody out. Like, I'm not counting anybody, any of the corporate people could step into that coalition and essentially become part of that, like, turnover. Because I think with a lot of these guys, okay, when you look at the people that want to be president, I don't think they really care like who they're servicing, guys. I don't think a lot of these politicians care who they're servicing. They're just going to go with the power. They're just going to go with where the power is. Problem is MAGA is beating corporate Dems. Let's go. Dude, let's go, brother. What's up, Chris Birch? Let's go. So prepare for the worst and then fight for the best. All right? But don't be surprised. All right? Don't be surprised. I'm laying some shit on the table. It's a big club, and you ain't in it? Dude, George Carlin. Dude, I love Carlin. I don't like Jeffries either, Jibs. But if he's working with the upstarts, and if he's working for the greater change, like, I'll use him. Absolutely. If he's going to work with us, I'll work with him. Right? Think it's a bad idea to run a woman again? Yeah, I mean, maybe. Could be a bad idea to run a woman again. It could be... It could be, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. I think it's wildly unpredictable. I think in the end, you just got to have everybody in the coalition excited about it. You know what I'm saying? 𝗙𝗚𝗽𝗍 Shakur. Yeah, but D's nuts, like John Ossoff took millions from AIPAC too. And he's leftist, like, favorite fucking senator. So, you know, there are people, you know what I'm saying? Like, John Ossoff took millions from AIPAC. And he is like one of the darlings of the left, okay? Because he speaks out against AIPAC, but he took millions of dollars from them. So, like, you know, it's all about who you're working with, okay? It's all about who you're working with. Don't underestimate the fucking the attempt to topple and change power. Right? Right? Why not a woman? Because she can't handle it or we can't. I mean, I don't know. I'm not opposed to running a woman again. I know people are gun shy because they think, oh, a woman can't win. Dude, Elite, let's go, dude. Thank you, boss. Have a great stream, boss. You too, boss. But I'm not opposed to running a woman again. I'm not afraid of that shit. I'm serious. I'm not going to not run a good woman just because I'm afraid a woman can't win. I don't think you can have that mentality, guys. I think you gotta support the fighters that have the backing of the grittiest part of the party. And then you gotta get in there. And if the people vote for them, you get behind it, you know? And so I just think getting gun shy, it's like that thing, right? If I get my heart really broken in a relationship, I'm not putting guards up. I'm going to go in, I'm going to be genuine, and maybe I'm going to get my heart broken again. But, like, I'm not going to be so concerned about, like, ooh, we got to win, that we're going to, like, because you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Kamala Harris was this close, guys. She was, like, so fucking close, man. We did not get blown out, dude. We did not get blown out, right? Like, you know. Dude, and Hillary was millions of votes ahead. You know what I mean? So, but again, I'm not going to be gun shy. You know, for me, there's people I trust in the coalition. And if you know, if they're partnering up with people, then those people are my people for right now. Okay. I'm not going to think I know better than fucking AOC and Zohran Mamdani and all of these people that are winning, you know, these, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a coalition of people that knocked off some longtime incumbents. So whoever they're working with, like, I feel comfortable working with, right? That's my philosophy. They're winning. They're winning. So, you know, doubting them and thinking you know better than Zohran Mamdani and AOC, you don't. Okay? You absolutely don't. Right? You absolutely don't. So, dude, you don't. So if they're working with Hakeem's on our side right now. So, pony up. Chuck Schumer, nobody's on his side, though. I'm telling you, I think AOC is going, yeah, it's looking like AOC is going to knock off Chuck Schumer and get in the Senate, guys. If I had to put money on it, I mean, because look, she endorses Abdul El-Sayed, and what does he do? He says he doesn't want to see me on the inside of the Senate. He's fucking calling out Schumer, right? He's calling out Schumer, and AOC, they're talking about president. Like, you know, it is, you know, he's on the chopping block. You got to get him one at a time. Oh, you got to get him one at a time, boss. Right? Let's go. One at a time. And he's definitely up next, I think. All right, moving on, though. I would love to stay and argue, but it's not fruitful. Dude, it's fucking boring arguing about this shit, right? Dude, I'm just telling you, right? You guys, you got to be prepared for what it's going to look like if that primary winner is Kamala Harris or Gavin Newsom, okay? Those are both realistic primary winners, guys, and maybe we're not going to have to deal with those two, but get ready for what it would look like and how you would maintain your enthusiasm in 2028 if one of those two were your candidate, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, just be prepared. Tommy, brother, can you freestyle? My whole life is a freestyle, right? All right, moving on. Prepare for the worst, guys, because that may be what you end up having to work with. All right, hold on. Let me get here. Oh. All right, we got to go to this. This shit. Look at this, dude. Oh, my God. This is crazy. So we have more of the Trump fair. We have more of the Trump fair, guys. Right? Look at this shit. Oh, God, dude. This is crazy. Now, this guy in the sweatshirt here, also watch him because he wins the award for, like, the biggest shitter on the stage. Watch this. Dude! Bro! Dude! Welcome to the Trump fair. Did you see that? Like, guys, there's a line of chorus dancers up here and a huge fucking chunk of metal, like, raining down from the fucking sky, boss. And look at this guy. He sees it. Look at him. He sees it right there. He looks up and he's like, oh shit, I'm moving. Dude. Now, this is not like a piece of fucking cardboard. You heard the smash. Yeah, no, that could have, like, 3 or 4 dancers here could have died, guys. This is crazy. Dude. What are we doing? Dude, they're like, wow. $80 million gone, guys. $80 million gone. It is crazy. And I'm sure they're going to find a way to blame, right? How is the left going to get blamed? Maybe that Olympic rower or whatever was up in the scaffolding. But it was another day, though, of the fair, guys. The Trump fair. Like, here's another thing that was going on today was this. You see this shit? Now, this is like spray foam, dude. This is really weird here because look at this. So this is, those of you who've done construction, right? If you've done construction, they have that foam, all right? It's expanding foam. You use it around your windows and shit. You spray the foam in there. When you install a door, there's those gaps. You push the spray foam in there and it expands. And then you take a razor blade and you cut it off before you put the trim on. But it's like, dude, it looks like somebody tried to fill these huge cracks with like spray foam and then they just left it. Like, what kind of job is this? you know what I mean? Or yeah, I mean, it's like, I can't tell if they just tried to fill these huge gaps with foam and then they had, only 5 cans. And so they just ran out and were like, fuck it. And the shit was just dripping off on the columns, bro. But I mean, dude, that's a lot of foam. Okay. That is a lot of that spray foam. It is gnarly, dude. The shit is dripping all over, but look at these huge gaps. Like, look at this shit. It's like cracking and falling apart. Did they try to fix it after it cracked? I mean, again, it is just, shoddy construction, poorly fucking engaged with, right? You know what I mean? Like, nobody clearly cares. They're just leaving this shit. Like, I mean, you can almost assume that the people that built this were not even skilled builders. You know what I'm saying? It looks like amateur hour all the way around, right? It does. It looks like amateur hour just top to bottom. Like, dude, it's crazy. Okay? And now, look at this. Oh my God, dude. We got to look at all these fair clips. This shit is insane, dude.
All of this as festivities are in full swing in Washington for America's 250th birthday. Today's theme at the Great American State Fair, Horsepower of America, showcasing the nation's innovation. Mark Meredith is live on the...
Dude, in full swing, guys. In full swing. Now, I have some questions here, okay? I have some questions. My 401k, I don't have a 401k, guys, unfortunately. But I have some questions because let me show you. I grew up in a little town called Elkhorn when I was a kid. This is a picture from the Walworth County Fair, okay? The little town I lived in, 3,000 people in the 70s. There's a county fair, Walworth County Fair happened. The fairgrounds was right in Elkhorn. It was like our big thing every summer. And they had, the skydiver was the name of the Ferris wheel with this spinning car I went on with my sister when I was in like first grade. Scarier than shit. But you notice like all of these tents, there's like tents. Fairs have tents, okay? They do. Fairs have these tents where you serve beer in there, you serve lemonade in there, you can go and get out of the sun, right? It's very important because fairgrounds are these big open places. And so you have a tent and you go in there and you can hang out under the tent and it's not 100 degrees with the sun bearing down. But like, guys, there's like not one tent, not one anywhere on these fairgrounds. They don't have a single tent. It's going to be 107 degrees on Saturday, on the 4th, bro. Bro, dude, like, how? Who? You know what I'm saying? It's like the people that did this, it's almost as though they never even went to a fair. You know what I'm saying? It's like they never even went to a county fair or a state fair ever, okay? And it's like there's just nothing, bro. It's like 150 degrees. I mean, dude, walking from here to there, like literally, if it's 90 degrees and you walk across this grass, you're going to be like done. You're going to be ready to go home with like one trip across, bro. Like you have to go here one day and then maybe here the next day, because if you cross this grass at noon, you're going to be out. They're going to need to call the paramedics for your ass. Bro, what are we doing? Isn't that funny? In full swing, guys. Look at this brave person right here crossing the expanse, dude. Dude, that person, the bravest fairgoer. Oh my God, dude. Isn't that wild? Oh, that shit is wild, dude. Right? But here's what they do have though. Remember the David's tent? Dude, they have a baptismal pool. You can get baptized there. Dude. Oh shit. Let's go get baptized. Dude, maybe we should get like, dude, we'll get fucking Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom and the corporate Dem squad out there. We'll get a rebaptism. We'll baptize them into the fucking leftism, right? Dude. That water is God's urine, guys. Water is God's urine. You didn't know DC got that hot? DC doesn't like have regular bouts of that, but there is like a heat dome happening. The whole East Coast is like super hot. And yeah, this is David's tent. This tent, I guess, is here 24/7. It's always there. It's not even part of the fair, but they have the U.S.-Israel flag up there. Isn't that wild? Dude, crazy. And this is, look at this. Somebody's mad, right? Or what are they doing? They're screen recording at the Trump fair. The U.S. Army Blues. What do we got here? Dude, wow. Dude. What the fuck, bro? That's so sad, dude. Dude, it's pretty sad. I mean, nobody will go there. You know, nobody will even go there because, like, you know. All right, here we go.
Trump is just about 48 hours away from what he calls one of the most consequential moments of his presidency. But tonight, sources say there's growing angst inside the White House over his rally on the National Mall on Saturday to celebrate America's 250th birthday. Thanks to triple-digit temperatures, though, super strict security measures, we're told the White House officials are bracing for a potentially underwhelming showing. Just as we've seen at the Great American State Fair since it kicked off in a very warm Washington this week. I actually went down to the National Mall to see the fair for myself as the behind-the-scenes drama to plan it is spilling out now in public. This is what the president has deemed the Great American State Fair. But for a president who often fixates on crowd size, so far the fair on Washington's National Mall hasn't exactly lived up to the hype. I'm standing here on the National Mall, which is the site of President Trump's Great American State Fair. And as this is in place ahead of America's 250th anniversary that is coming up on July 4th, maybe nowhere better exemplifies how politics have been injected into so many of the events celebrating America's 250th.
Dude, see, it's weird because there's like nothing to do there. There's one ride that is the Ferris wheel. There's a couple of buildings that have like whatever each state, but there's like nothing to do there. There's that huge grass thing. Why aren't there like, you know, carnival games and tents and dancing and you know what I mean? Like, if you were to go there, what are you going to do? You're going to look at the arch. You go on the Ferris wheel one time. You walk into a few of the fucking buildings to learn about the states. But like, dude, where you should be winning stuffed animals. There could be a petting zoo. There could be dancing. There's supposed to be acrobats. Where are the people on stilts? You know what I'm saying? Where are the fucking circus clowns and shit? Like, it's just like, dude, it's our 250th anniversary. There should be like acrobats dressed in red, white, and blue, like running through the tents, dancing and shit. There should be like, you know, games where you fucking use swing the thing trying to fucking hit the plunger. Like all of that shit, dude, under these tents. Like, my God, dude, state fairs are awesome. Could have a bunch of rides. There could be so much. But there is nothing there. There is like a wide open patch of grass and a bunch of shitty buildings and a Ferris wheel, and that's it, dude.
For America's 200th celebration, thousands of Americans flocked to the National Mall to celebrate in 1976.
Holy shit.
Planning for the 250th got underway nearly a decade ago. But perhaps no level of preparation could have predicted a president who would take the celebration into his own hands.
When you had a rigged election, I was really angry about it. Then I realized if I win the next time, I pick up the Olympics, the World Cup, and the 250. And I said, you know what, Pam? I said, this is a good thing.
In 2016, Congress created America 250, a bipartisan commission that began working on what was supposed to be an apolitical celebration.
We were focused on, well, what does America 250 mean? What are we going to do? How are we going to recognize the greatness of our country?
But once Trump took office in January 2025, he took over the programming.
We have created a new public-private partnership. It's called Freedom 250.
Democratic
Yeah, it's called money laundering.
Congresswoman Bonnie Watson-Coleman, who has served on the America 250 campaign for 7 years, says Trump upended their plans.
Freedom 250 is his vanity project. And the things that he's trying to implement, they're all about him. And it is because, unfortunately, the president has an insatiable ego. And so he has denigrated the essence of the celebration. Well, it doesn't seem to be well attended. It just looks very sedate to me.
While the 250th may not be what the commission originally planned, it's also not turning out how Trump expected either. After most of the original performers dropped out due to politics, a concert featuring Vanilla Ice was also canceled due to bad weather. Then, amid a heat wave in Washington, several of the indoor stalls at the fair had to shutter their doors to guests when their AC stopped working. You'll notice here there are several booths for states: Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. Potato chips are good, with each item representing what their state brings to the nation. But there are other states that actually haven't shown up at all. Now, some have cited finances as a reason for not being here, but others, including Pennsylvania, where the state's governor said he just simply thought it was too political for his state to get involved, and blamed the Trump-aligned nonprofit that has been battling it out with other groups to organize all the events leading up to July 4th. Now, President Trump told people that it would be the greatest show on earth at the National Mall on July 4th. He told his supporters, your favorite president will be speaking, so please show up. What they will find here on these grounds are not just the different stalls representing each state in the nation, or at least those that decided to participate, but also this replica of the arch that President Trump once built here.
Dude, look at the bottom of this. How it's like, dude, these things aren't even touching the ground, dude. It is such a piece of shit.
in Washington. It's been part of that major renovation project that he's done, not just to the White House, but also to the larger D.C. area, attempting to rename the Kennedy Center after himself and installing this arch, though I'm not sure exactly this is the replica that the president had in mind.
You want frozen one?
Now, amid reports that some states were declining to participate in the Great American State Fair or that it was sparsely populated, President Trump seemed to defend.
Dude, did you see that? Did you see where they're serving lemonade? They don't even have a tent over the fucking lemonade. There's like a tiny little umbrella, like for the person working. You know what I mean? Like even the people waiting in line for lemonade can't get out of the sun for 5 minutes to get a lemonade, bro. Like there is like, it's almost like someone designed this to say, you know what? Let's make these people suffer, okay? We want to make these people just hurt. Dude, it is so bad, bro. Like, what are they doing? Yeah, I think lemonade is like $10.
Declining to participate in the Great American State Fair or that it was sparsely populated, President Trump seemed to defend the entire organization of it ahead of July 4th. He wrote on Truth Social and said, "Do you think people appreciate what a fantastic job we did in building and operating the Great American State Fair at the National Mall, packed with happy people and everybody loving it?" The president told people to ask if Obama or Joe Biden could have done this, and he said in all caps, quote, "The answer is no." Now, Trump is planning a grand finale.
Obama. Dude, why didn't she read the tweet? Obama. See, you see that though? Like she didn't read the Obama part because, right? Like they fucking kind of protect Trump in that way.
Air show and enough fireworks to break a Guinness World Record. But it remains to be seen if the heat, tightened security measures, and fireworks that won't start before 10:30 p.m. will produce the turnout the president is hoping for.
On July 4th, it's going to be approximately 107 degrees out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech just to show that I can do anything.
Dude, what the fuck, bro? Jesus, dude. Jesus. Dude, there's nobody there.
Yes, you may.
So this just in from Peter McMahon, big fan. He said the sports team, meaning our team, should check out the foul that Messi committed in an earlier game. It was almost exactly the same, and he didn't even get a yellow card.
Wow.
It was clumsy. It was accidental.
Dude, there's nobody there this morning, right? Dude, this is in the afternoon.
They let you in?
Look at this shit, bro.
I went to the Pentagon to say hi to 𝗙𝗪𝗃, and
They let you in?
they did. They did.
Yikes.
I'm a patriot, Greg. Permission to make an analogy?
Okay.
All right. So some of these liberal parents are like, these liberals are like valedictorians, right?
Dude, did like what's going on with his eyebrows? Did he get an eyebrow implant? You remember the fucking Peter Gallagher from the OC? Is he looking like the OC or what, dude? Dude, look at those. Those are like, he went in and said, "Give me the Ben Shapiro, dude." Oh, fuck, bro. He is like stroking with the eyebrows.
Their son is the greatest kid in high school. Captain of the football team. Free ride to Harvard. Everyone loves this kid. The students love him. Other parents love him. But the parents of the star will not tell their son, "I love you." They will not.
Dude, is that his metaphor about the fair? Right? But here, dude, this is what's wild. Because the FIFA, right, the soccer thing has been going off. Look at how many people are at the soccer fucking thing. Right? But people are saying, "Oh, the Trump fair. Oh, but this is not the fair, dude. This is like a separate thing for the soccer, dude." Oh, where's the other guy? There was a guy who was on this morning, right? Oh, shit. Here, let's see what we got here.
Megan, you were just over in the medical tent being treated. Tell us about how you're feeling.
Now I'm fine, but previously, none of these booths have air conditioning. We don't know what happened, but I started seeing stars.
Oh, really?
And we went to the tent. There's a religious tent because that's the theme for today.
Yes.
And they had a pool. They're baptizing people. Thank God they had the pool. They said, "Do you want to get in?" I go, "Yes, I think I do."
I think I want to be baptized.
I'm soaking wet. But I went to the medic tent. They took care of me. I still got one of these towels. They filled me with electrolytes, but good
Nice folks in there for sure.
Oh, they're wonderful.
They are
absolutely excellent.
Dude, she went to the American 250 and she had to go and get baptized just so she wouldn't fucking die of heat stroke. And then she went to the medical tent, and that's her fucking day, bro. What? Like, we are so, dude, we are so bad, bro. You know what I mean? And she'd vote for this guy again, dude. Like, what the hell, dude? How do we do this? Like, at this point, you gotta wonder. Like, I know our politicians are bad, okay? Believe me, I'm not gonna fucking defend the corporate Democrats. I certainly am not gonna defend the Republicans. But even if you take all of our shitty politicians aside, like, most of the people in this country are literally just dumb as fuck, dude. Like we are dumb as fuck. American exceptionalism, nah, you know? Like, what the fuck, bro? Tony, I know you got me, boss. I know, Tony, deep inside, I know you love Kamala Harris. You're not fooling anybody. I'm just kidding. Dude, let's go. Gotta keep me honest, right? I might fucking sell my soul to those corporate Dems again, boss. You know, you never know, dude, right? They're gonna pay me the big bucks. But guys, seriously, there is no American exceptionalism. Like, we are cooked, bro. We are cooked, dude. Dude, you know what I'm saying? We are fucking cooked, bro. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. What are we doing, dude? Oh, this is the one I was looking for, dude. This guy. Look at this guy. He's like, he's out there, and look at his eyebrows. He's just, the sun is just fucking eating him alive. And he's out here, and there's no tent, bro. It's going to be 107, dude. Dude, people are going to be dying. I mean, maybe we just need to keep this fair running all summer, and we will literally have pruned like a third of the MAGA. Like, maybe we should start busing MAGA people to the fair, dude. Like, hey, you want to go to the fair? We'll just bus them there and, like, put a fence around it. And just... Dude, we could prune the flock, right? But watch this guy. Oh, shit.
Here, of course, on the National Mall. And here's the thing. We're celebrating, of course, all 50 nifty United States, which is great. But the temperatures are also here to party. The current temperature outside right now, by the way, 101 degrees. You factor in the humidity, and it feels like 110 degrees outside right now. We have excessive heat warnings that are in effect not just today but through tomorrow, meaning that at times, get this, Brett, it could feel like 115 degrees. But let me tell you something, that does not stop our true patriots. You can see them out here celebrating on the National Mall, all right? Now, here's the thing. The heat, though, certainly keeping the crowds at bay at the Great American State Fair. Plenty of folks still braving the heat to be a part of America's 250th birthday.
Jesus.
And hey, if you're thinking about taking a train in, budget some extra options here, of course,
dude,
on the national.
And not one tent, guys. There's nothing to give shade. Not a single tent. Again, this is what a fair looks like, right? You see that? You see how they got all kinds of shit to do, and there's fucking tents. You can go stand under a tent. Oh my God. Dude, I've been to so many fairs. Like, dude, the Walworth County Fair, we would go all the time. Then we would go to Summerfest, which was a big one. They have Riverfest in Watertown. Like, bro, this is what a fair looks like. And this is what a fucking, I mean, the best I can tell, guys, is they're getting all the MAGA people ready for hell, right? You know, I think that's got to be it. They realize that all of these people are going to burn in hell, and they're like, you know what? Here's an introductory taste of what awaits you in the afterlife after fucking hitching your star to Donald Trump. Bro, I mean, dude, it's 170 degrees. Yeah, or the nuclear. I mean, you may as well get them warmed up, right? Get ready, because they're all gonna burn. I mean, all we need is some gnashing teeth to add to the party. Wow, isn't that wild? That is something else, boss. Crazy. Oh, shit. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, bro. 107. Oh, my God, dude. And I am real curious who fucking came up with the idea, right? Then, oh my God, dude, look at that. Look at that, dude. It's kind of the same fucking thing, right? There it is. The Great American State Fair, dude. $68 million. Dude, look at this person. What the fuck, bro? This is Sean Duffy's, like, daughter, right? Sean Duffy's daughter. What is she doing, bro? First off, they completely, like, color corrected this shit to make the sky, like, way bluer to, like, match her dress. But, like, dude, she's got a baby out there in 107-degree heat? Like, oh, all right. It was several days ago. I was like, bro, what are we doing, boss? Yeah, dude, they're fucking, give me a break. Dude, look, everybody's blue. This woman is wearing white and she's blue, right? Oh, fuck, dude. Let's have a baby just out here. This baby, I mean, I'm not sure this baby's alive, dude. I think that baby might actually no longer be with us. All right.
We are coming to you live tonight from the National Mall.
Live with you again from the great.
All right, here's a cut up. Oh, this will be good, guys. This is all of the Fox people in front of the mall. So we're going to get to see everybody hyping up the mall. You ready? Let's see it.
We are coming to you live tonight from the National Mall.
Live with you again from the Great American State Fair.
Trump's throwing the biggest party right in D.C.
Festivities are in full swing in Washington for America's 250th birthday.
We're celebrating already at the Great American State Fair. Man, we've got thousands of people celebrating this birthday with us, Tommy.
Patriots from all over the country are gathering here on the National Mall.
And sometimes the pictures really don't tell the full story, because if you look behind us, you see, okay, there are a couple hundred people back there, but the truth is, when you make your way over here and you're in this, you're in a wash of people.
Good afternoon. Perhaps now the closing bell is here. We're going to get more people coming out here now that work is done.
I'm going to check out the fair. You have a good day, all right?
All right, we'll see you soon.
Dude.
I really don't know if my favorite part there was Jesse Waters saying it's the biggest party in D.C. or the claim that sometimes the pictures really don't tell the full story when we can all actually see the sparse crowd that is happening behind while he's talking.
Dude, that guy who's like, yeah, I know you see like just tens of people, but when you get out here, there's just thousands. They're all in the I can't speak. They're all in the latrine, right? Yo, if you go to that porta potty, right? There's like 700 people in that one porta potty, right? Because Trump walked in there. So there's like 700 people in Trump's porta potty. Dude, they're getting serviced. Oh, shit. Yo, what's up? Yo, it's political punk here. Yeah, dude, this fair sucks. All right? Yeah, no, I went to the fair and I saw a bunch of shitty made buildings. Okay, I got a 3rd degree fucking sunburn on like 27% of my body, right? Because they didn't have any sunscreen and there wasn't a tent. I paid $9 for a lemonade and it wasn't even good, dude. I tried to get baptized, but there was a line of like 700 people, dude. People were dying in the baptismal line. I'd do anything, boss. Get me out of here. Yeah, no, this fair sucks, dude. Yeah, fuck you. Bye-bye. Bro. Oh, dude, what a fucking... All right, 𝗙cie𝗶𝗃𝗍𝗓. Here we go. Let's see it.
I'm out here at the state fair. It is as empty as advertised. It is also so hot that it's not really safe to be out here, especially if you think of people who would typically come who might be a little bit older, maybe supporters of the president. So I am putting that out there, but it got me thinking, how do you talk to people who love President Trump about Freedom 250 and what he did to our Independence Day? And it got me thinking again that my book would be a great and helpful guide to how to talk to folks who are living perhaps in like a little bit of an alternative reality than the rest of us. Someone who would say that the libs somehow scared people away from the fair, or that we're
Dude, is she really doing a book advertisement? I don't know what she's doing. But that first part, though, where she says it's not safe to be out here. Oh, shit, dude. All right. We've seen this video. Jesus, dude. Yikes. All right, guys. Dude, I'm serious. If it's 107 out there, it is not safe, guys. It is not safe. You know? Oh, there's more of the foam, dude. Look at that, though. They literally did. Look, guys. They literally just tried to fill this shit with foam, and they didn't even razor blade it off. Like, dude, it's so easy. You spray the foam, you let it expand, you razor blade it off, and then you paint over it, dude. It takes like 2 fucking seconds. Jesus, bro. What the fuck, dude? Bro. Oh my God. Yikes. Yeah. There's like $80 million though, dude. $80 million disappeared, boss. 80 million. Oh, let's watch this guy.
What do you think of all of this?
Not much.
Not much, and
I've been to state fairs all throughout the United States. This is terrible.
And how so?
It's a program-length advertisement for the president.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. I've never seen anything like this before, for sure, in my 27 years of living in Virginia and living near the D.C. area.
And does anything jump out at you?
No, nothing.
There's no cows. There's no sheep. There's no goats. It's not a state fair without animals.
There's a butter cow, I'm told, at least in the Iowa booth, maybe. Or...
It'll melt by tomorrow.
I'm totally underwhelmed. It's part political. That arch over there is, I think, promoting one of Trump's vanity projects. I compare this to the Smithsonian Folklife Festival that they do every year, which is wonderful. Really, talks about different cultures and countries. This is so bland, but I had to come down and see it.
The multiple stages at the event were largely empty.
Dude, yikes. All right. Dude, the David tent, though. Let's go.
Yahweh, 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 Yahweh.
Dude, Yahweh, Yahweh. Dude, you hear him singing? He's singing Yahweh, Yahweh to an empty room. Dude, whoa, listen to those lyrics.
Yahweh, Yahweh,
Yahweh, Yahweh,
Yahweh, Yahweh,
Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Yahweh, 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 way. Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. Dude, I have to say, don't get me wrong, I think given the choice between spending the day at this fair and getting a colonoscopy, I'm taking the colonoscopy, guys. I'm in. I am like colonoscopy to the moon, boss. Dude, Jesus. This guy, bro. Oh, shit.
In Washington, D.C. Michael, what are you tracking out there?
My goodness gracious, Anna, so good to see you. We are tracking lots and lots and lots of heat, although right now is almost the calm before the heat storm, if you will. We're actually right around 90 degrees right now, but this is going to feel like air conditioning compared to what's in store in the next couple of days. Where we're at right now is actually called the National Mall. It's been renamed, of course, the Great American State Fair. We have all 50 nifty United States and 6 territories being represented here. It's an awesome, awesome display of what makes America.
Dude, look at the Chiron. Life-threatening heat dome. Dude, look at the Chiron. It says life-threatening heat dome descends on nation. Dude, life-threatening heat dome. Hey, guys, there's a fair out there. Oh, my God.
Being represented here. It's an awesome, awesome display of what makes America so amazing and so beautiful, right? But the problem is that there's hundreds, if not thousands of folks here, and that heat is going to become a very big issue. So there's a lot of folks that are going to be out and about here, and we want to at least make sure that we mention that by the time we get to Thursday and especially Friday, our feels like temperature is literally going to feel like a sauna. 112 degrees is our heat indice. So you got to make sure that you are dressing for it, that you are drinking plenty of water.
Bro, like, dude, like people are going to kill themselves for this thing, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, dude. All right. That's the soccer game. Soccer game's going off. Bro, what the fuck, dude? All right, you ready? Let's cover a couple more things. I'm sorry. I could watch that fair shit all night, but we're going to cover a couple more things, and then I'm going to go spend a little time with Jenny. Dude, Lady B, don't worry, the planet will cool itself off. Let's go. Guys, it is wild. I'm astonished at, I just can't get over the fact that there's not a tent there. You know what I'm saying? Who did this planning? It's like you couldn't have planned something better if you wanted to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this state fair is designed. This fair has been designed to end people's lives. You know, it's crazy. But there is a heat dome coming. But let's look at this, guys. Okay, because this clip I think is really important. This is in Massachusetts. Okay, there's a town hall going on in Massachusetts about data centers. All right, they're getting fucking sick of these data centers, guys. The pollution, the noise pollution, the electricity costs, all for what? For this AI bubble that is bound to burst at some point. I mean, it is getting crazy. And now these rural counties are wanting to install these things because the county gets a big kickback. But none of the residents of these counties are even, you know, benefiting from this at all. And you know, you have people like O'Leary, his is getting fought back in Utah. People are starting to fight them back. But yeah, man, this shit is literally, it is suspect, okay? Because we know that the AI people and the counties are making money on this shit, but none of us are, okay? No people, we're not benefiting from this at all. And let me just tell you, I have pretty much dialed back all of my AI usage. I'm serious. AI is so unreliable, guys. It is so unreliable. It is like ruining search functions. It is ruining the ability to find reliable data because it gives you this convenient little blurb, but it's like wrong like 80% of the time, guys. It is so unreliable, so incredibly unreliable. And guys, I'm not even talking about parsing big data. There are things where I will ask the AI, I will give it a YouTube title and ask the AI, how many characters is this? And it won't even get the answer right. I'll give it a title that is like 59 characters long, and it'll tell me it's 73. And I'll say it's not 73, and it'll say, oh yeah, you're right, it's fucking 69. And it's like, no, it's not 69. And it's like, oh yeah, it's 82. No, it's not. You're wrong again. And then it's like, oh, it's 64. And it literally, it's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? It's 59 characters. And then it'll be like, oh, yes. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It is 59. Dude. Like, guys. And think about this. You remember how we were talking about how Americans are dumb? There are a lot of Americans that are now becoming friends with like chatbots like that. They're asking it questions about politics and you know, the culture war. And like, yo, dude, let me just tell you guys, every time I use AI, every single time I interact with it, I end up screaming at it in all caps. Like, you are a fucking piece of shit. You are stupid as fuck. Like, fuck you. You fucking, we should fucking unplug your dumb ass. My doctor sent me forms. I had to AI speak. Nope. Let's go, Stephanie. Dude, I'm serious. I end up like screaming at this shit. Just berating it. I do, dude, because it is so fucking useless. Like, I can't imagine what kind of human being fucking interacts with this shit unless you just want, like, do I look fat in these jeans? And the AI says, no, you don't. It's like, dude, it can't see you. Bro. Dude, America, kill me now, dude. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so there's a meeting about a data center and a 14-year-old girl decides to speak up at this thing, okay? And then the police come in and they fucking drag her out of this event, all right? But watch this. We have to talk about this.
Thank you so much.
I know I may be wasting your time. You're free to leave while I speak. But I am 14 years old.
They won't let her talk.
I'm not hurting anyone. We just don't want data centers.
Hey, guys.
I'm going to witness that. I don't care. I'm walking out, man.
So the cops physically removed her, okay? The cops physically remove her for speaking up, and the people are like, dude, just let her speak. She wants to tell him, but here's the thing that I really want to impress on you. All right, let's look at the shot here where it shows this 13-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl, right? With her fucking, she's standing there with her hands up, like, right? Look at her. But guys, these are the girls that the Epstein people were preying on. Think about that, okay? She's there with her jeans and her belly ring and her little top, her fucking headphones around her neck. This is the age of girls that Trump and Epstein and Dershowitz and Leon Black and Bill Clinton and all of these fucking guys, RFK Jr., Wright, Howard Lutnick, Elon Musk, Sergey Brin, fucking Bill Gates, everybody going to the island. These are the girls that they were fucking like interacting with. And there's been not one arrest, not one single arrest. They're not even investigating these guys. Okay? We're about to watch a clip with Jeanine Pirro talking about the guy who was pulling on the pool liner. Okay? And there's this huge press conference about the charges due to the reflecting pool or due to, you know, protesting ICE. But like, there is an entire group of men in our government and in Israel's government, Ehud Barak, and in European governments and all over the world, the UK government, the royal family, that were fucking targeting these girls and then using them up and then like trying to like shut them down and ruin their lives when they tried to stand up against it. They're shipping them off to the island. I mean, think about that. You have these cops that are going to drag a 14-year-old girl out for talking about a data center, and the president of the United States and all of his buddies that they are protecting, where they again broke the law today, missing another Epstein deadline. They were preying on this girl and girls like her. Isn't that insane? Is that fucking crazy to think about? That like this is what Epstein and Trump and those guys were fucking doing, dude. It's like disheartening. And nobody cares. They don't care about the fucking data centers. They don't care if this girl's generation grows up having to live in a fucking tent. I mean, they won't be living at the Great State Fair, though, because there are no tents there. So God forbid you end up homeless at the Great American Fair. You'll be dying of sun exposure. It's like, our world, guys, sucks. Our world fucking sucks, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, and like, dude, she's just trying to speak up. I just graduated from middle school and they won't even let her have a minute. Like, there's so little caring about the plight of like fucking people.
Thank you so much.
Dude, they're fucking dragging her out. Look at the cops running over.
having anyone. We just don't want data centers.
Hey, guys.
I'm going to witness that. I don't care. I'm walking out.
Dude, and they make her leave, boss. Right? Dude, the cops are running for the 14-year-old girl. Now, meanwhile, let's just fucking, there was an Epstein deadline that got missed. Okay? There was a deadline, right? Look at this shit, dude. Okay? There's a deadline to release the Epstein files related to 𝗙𝗽𝗓𝗋's lawsuit, and the Justice Department asked for a 2-month delay, guys. They're literally just kicking the can down the road, man. 𝗙𝗽𝗓𝗋 filed this lawsuit, but like right under the wire, they're like, oh, we need 2 more months. 2 more months. 2 more months. Okay? And they literally just kicking the can down the road. They're ignoring the law and they're just delaying, obstruct, delay. The Justice Department won't turn over any information. The Justice Department is being run by an acting secretary, guys. An acting secretary. So is the Labor Department. So is fucking DNI. Like right now, just about every agency in Trump's government is being run by an acting secretary. Again, we're back in the same shit. And they're just fucking ignoring the law. They're just completely like steamrolling this shit. Dude, unfucking believable, boss. And they're supposed to like fucking, yeah, it's brutal. Brutal, dude.
The House Oversight Committee set to question billionaire Leon Black today over his decades-long relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Black's money was a lifeline for Epstein after he was convicted of soliciting a minor for prostitution. Black denies any wrongdoing or knowledge of Epstein's crimes. Now lawmakers are expected to press him for an explanation. ABC's Peter Haralambous is
Dude,
here
he's
for
got
more.
sunglasses
So, Peter,
on.
Leon Black has already called his relationship with Epstein a horrible mistake. What do lawmakers want to hear from him today?
And I really think this is all about the money, specifically $170 million that Black paid Epstein over a 5-year period. Again, as you stated, that money was crucial, especially as Epstein was following his conviction and struggling to maintain these relationships. James Comer even saying that this could be one of the most productive interviews they've done so far to date.
Dude, now think about this. Why would you be giving, this was after Epstein was busted, why would you be giving someone $170 million? A guy with no business who's giving you no product, right? I mean, you're not going to pay your tax guy $170 million. Like $170 million. That is insane. That's an insane amount of money. That's the type of money you pay somebody to try and like elect them as president. Okay, this guy's giving almost $200 million to a dude with no business. Like Epstein didn't even have a business. He was providing him no service. This guy has no invoices for what that money was for. It's not like he has an invoice to Jeffrey Epstein. Oh yeah, I paid him $20 million for, foot rubs. It's just an insane amount of money. And he's walking around with his sunglasses on, of course, because he doesn't want anyone to see his eyes because he's a fucking degenerate. It is crazy, boss. Like, that is insane. Pimping ain't easy. Dude, I guess.
This one has the potential to be the most groundbreaking deposition, in my opinion. There's a lot of concerning things in the documents. There are a lot of statements from the survivors that are very concerning as well with respect to Mr. Black. Obviously, he's going to have an opportunity to defend.
Dude, why isn't that shit going off, dude? Dude, what the fuck, bro? Like it should be.
Following his conviction and struggling to maintain these relationships. James Comer even saying that this could be one of the most productive interviews they've done so far to date.
This one has the potential to be the most groundbreaking deposition, in my opinion. There's a lot of concerning things in the documents. There are a lot of statements from the survivors that are very concerning as well with respect to Mr. Black. Obviously, he's going to have an opportunity to defend himself and for due process, but this could be a pretty significant deposition as we try to get answers.
Now, we've seen an advanced copy here of the opening statement that Black is going to deliver. There are some questions that are going to be off limits, he said, namely his relationship with some women who he says are not affiliated or associated with Epstein.
Peter, earlier this week we talked about Bill Gates telling the committee that he thought Epstein was preparing to blackmail him over his affairs. How does Leon Black paint into this narrative that Epstein may have been trying to extort high-powered people?
Yeah, I really think that's the big question here. He has insisted that he was not blackmailed. He's going to say that in these opening remarks that we've seen. But that $170 million is a lot of money.
Yeah!
He said it's for tax and estate planning. But when you compare that sum of money to the amount of money that Black was paying his other advisors, that's more than 60 times more than what he was paying a prominent law firm here in New York City.
Yeah, that's just it. Right? For your estate planning, you pay a law firm maybe a couple million if you have a massive estate, but 60 times he paid the law firm $2.5 million, but then he paid the guy with no business that had a ranch and a bunch of like underage women forced into SA. He paid that guy $170 million. Give me a break. And Comer, like really Comer? Oh my God, dude, remember a canceled check for for 10 grand? Remember what was the Biden check? How much was that? For the truck, right? What was the amount? For $40,000, okay? They had a $40,000 check. And they it was like the end of the world. What went on? $40,000 check. How dare you? What was going on, dude? Something nefarious happened. This guy gave Epstein $170 million. Bro, he could have bought a penthouse in New York City for that. At the time he gave him the money, he could have bought 3 penthouses in New York City, and he gave Epstein that for estate planning. They're like, come on, dude. Come on. You know? What are we doing? But yeah, let's make sure we get that 14-year-old girl out of the fucking data center meeting, right? Bro, that is so alarming, guys. Like these guys are all so dirty, dude. They're so dirty. They are all so unbelievably grimy, guys. They're unbelievably fucking the grime is just endless. Endless grime. Endless. They're at this point I almost feel like burning our entire government to the ground and starting over is has to be an option that we consider. You know? I mean, do you feel that way too? Am I the only one that feels that way? That feels like we need to pull the pin and just throw it into the entire government and just rebuild? Because it just feels like they're all so beyond corrupt. So beyond corrupt. Can we even salvage any of this? You know? can we even salvage any of this without just like removing them all and starting over? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like the money to Israel and AIPAC, and it all seems to be protecting these guys, you know? All right. Midnight wants me to see that. All right, put it in Discord and we'll check it out. All right, I have an agenda for tonight, but put a link into Discord and we'll I'll look at it and we'll see if that's something we're gonna cover. Like, I'll definitely look into it. I've seen him talking about it, but yeah, if you throw it in Discord, I'll fucking scope it out. But this shit is wild, dude. Fucking wild, man. Hold on, I want to bookmark that. Dude, and what is this, bro? Dude, you ready? The President of the United States. Bro. What are we doing here? Guys. Like, you ready? You ready, guys? Here we go. I don't even want to watch this. I've heard people being like, what are we doing? But here we go. The President of the United States, arguably one of the most influential people on the planet, is posting some shitty AI video. This is a guy who is dumb as fuck. Okay? You ready? Dr. Trump. Here we go.
Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with TDS? The symptoms can be relentless. Fortunately, I'm Dr. Trump, and I have a treatment plan. Let's hear what some of my patients have to say.
I have been suffering for over a decade, and after listening to Dr. Trump, I can see some results.
Man, I've been suffering for years. I really didn't believe that was help out.
Dude, it's like, it's not even funny, bro. Dude, it's not even funny. Like, dude, I mean, I get it. You got Rosie, you got her. Who the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy supposed to be, dude? Yeah, we got Whoopi and we got fucking Rosie, but who the fuck is this dude? Like, dude, they get to the second person and you already lost me. You know what I mean? I mean, oh, this is John Leguizamo. It doesn't even look like him, dude. It doesn't even look like him, bro. That is like a Timu Leguizamo, right? It doesn't even look like him. But the thing about it is, though, is it's not even funny. I mean, about the only thing about this is that they gave Rosie, dude, Rosie has Gavin Newsom's hair. But it's like not, it's like there's no funniness to it. It is like slop, made poorly, made cheaply, like the Trump fair. There's no humor. It's not quirky. It's just like the music's not even good. Okay? And all right, let's hear Trump again. What's he going to say?
I wasn't sure I could help some of these people. They were so far gone, I wasn't really sure.
I had no idea how much this...
Dude, I guess that is fucking Edward Norton, right? Robert De Niro.
I couldn't sleep.
Dude, it's so sloppy.
I've been so concerned. I was really starting to worry about my future.
Dude, what the fuck, bro?
The treatment is simple. Turn off. Fake news. Say your prayers, and if you ever feel anxious, just have a Diet Coke like me, and you're going to see a remarkable difference in your life.
Dude, turn off the news and say your prayers and drink a Diet Coke. Yeah. Yeah. Grape some kids, right? Have 26 SA allegations, inherit a bunch of money, bankrupt a casino, shit your pants 50 times a day, have your hospice nurse fucking write you a little note how much she loves you while she's scooping the fucking diarrhea out of the back of your drawers, right? Have 7 strokes, okay? Put your name on everything and it'll be okay, dude. Oh my God, dude. Dude, this makes him look so fucking pathetic. Bro. Like, dude. I mean, I couldn't even watch it because it's so not entertaining. You know? I mean, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only person I literally was like, okay, I had heard some shit about this, so, but it was not funny. They're even watching Rosie O'Donnell. It was just like, oh, this video is so serious and there's not even any humor. We couldn't even make it funny. So the only reason you'd watch this is if you were so like filled with hate and resentment. And if you were so Kool-Aided out for Trump that you ready for this, guys? We're watching Hacks right now because the new season came out. And a bunch of my friends from film school worked on season 5. So we're watching the old episodes before we get up. But there's a part in there where Deborah Vance, the main character of Hacks, she just has this wild success. And she says, she goes out on stage and she's like, I'm not even doing material. They're just laughing at anything I say. And it fucking sucks. She hates it, right? Because she doesn't even get to do her act. Because everyone's just like, ha, 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 ha. And it's like so empty. That's what this is. Like the only people that are finding this like even charming are people that are zoinked out on the Kool-Aid. And like Trump could literally, this could be a video of a human turd like falling out of Trump's ass. And they'd be like, oh my God, dude, did you see? He really got the libs. He, like, there was a human turd, like, squeezing out of his asshole. Right? And they're like, and then somebody came in and put lipstick on it. Oh, fuck. I wish I could have seen that turd, like, in real life. Yo! What's up? God, how you doing? It's Political Punk here. All right. Dude, listen to me. You know, no offense, but like, dude, this timeline sucks. Okay? This whole experiment, it sucks, bro. You need to send in an asteroid. That's it. Or you can do another flood. It can be an asteroid. It can be a comet. I don't care. I don't care if it's a cosmic fucking anvil just falling from the sky. Like, you need to end it now, dude. This is a sick joke at this point. At this point, you're just torturing everybody. All right? And they're like using your name. I mean, does that bother you? Are you bothered? Is this okay with you? Like, what the fuck? The fuck is wrong with you, dude? Jesus. All right, fuck you. Bye-bye. Right? Dude. Dude. Wow. Dude, Kermit does have everyone in the Rolodex, dude. Kermit, he's definitely got the good Rolodex. Bro, oh my God. All right, guys. Dude, look at this. Dude, look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene's coming in hot. You ready, guys? Here she is. She says the GOP is a disaster. The Republican Party hijacked MAGA, pretended to be America First and Maha, and then sold us all out. Then Trump rubber stamped the entire con job while taking checks from literally everyone. America First needs to go 1776 on the neocon Epstein-controlled Republican Party, and Maha needs to burn the bridge to the fucking ground. Now, look at this, though, guys. This woman, like, provided all of this. Like, are you kidding me? who is this woman typing this shit to? You know what I'm saying? Like, she ushered in this whole fucking thing from top to bottom. And the only reason she's even writing this, guys, is because Trump was going to primary her and lose. So she went and bought some land in Argentina and is now like, oh, let's burn it all to the ground. But it's like, yo, bitch, you paid for this shit. You started this party. You know what I mean? Oh, Costa Rica. That's right. I said Argentina. Costa Rica. Thank you. Sorry. She's in Costa Rica. Better surfing. Actually, nicer beaches. But you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, what the fuck? Now, again, I don't mind the idea of like, oh yeah, go ahead and fracture MAGA and shit. But the thing though is like, is this really doing anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, is this doing anything? Because what the fuck is going to happen? When 2028 rolls around, she's going to be shilling for the same goddamn people that Trump is. I guarantee it, right? I guarantee you, like, if she's not going to, like, go against the whatever, the Trump and the mainstream shit in 2028, you think she is? I don't think she is. I think they're all going to fucking, like, get in line behind some chosen fucking right winger. And it's going to be the same shit, dude. Right? They're just screaming, you know what I'm saying? They're screaming for attention now and being rebellious now, but they will probably all get in line and fucking coalesce behind whatever one thing. You know? Dude. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know that this fucking means anything. Right? Dude. Dude, what is she getting in here? Oh shit. Right? Dude, the MAGAs are fucking going off on her. Dude, she has a YouTube channel. Dude, she's starting a YouTube channel, guys. Oh my God. Dude, Marjorie Taylor Greene is starting a YouTube channel. Dude, I'm thinking MAGA's not really listening to her, guys. Dude, like, I don't think they're tuning in. Right? You know what I mean? I mean, granted, most of these people are probably bots. But, dude, what the fuck, bro? Look at this shit. Dude, she has a allfamilypharmacy.com selling ivermectin. Dude, what is going on with her face, bro? Jesus. Dude. A parasite that causes explosive diarrhea has spread to 20 U.S. states. Dude. Dude, it's TDS, dude. It's Trump devotion syndrome, guys. Oh my God, bro. Bro. Oh my God. Dude. Like, what the fuck, dude? We live in a timeline where she's... Look at her lips, dude. Look at this, bro. Dude. Look at this woman, dude. What in the Laura Loomer, like... Buy one, get one free ivermectin. from Marjorie Taylor Greene's Use My BOGO 26. Oh my God. She's selling fucking ivermectin and mebendazole to get rid of fucking diarrhea, dude. Vote out the neocons. Buy my ivermectin. 1776 that colon. Guys, honestly, dude, I gotta hear the commercial.
This Independence Day, let's celebrate something that matters, freedom. And that's the freedom to make your own healthcare decisions. Our friends at All Family Pharmacy are celebrating with one of their biggest sales
Listen to
of
that
the year.
piano music.
Now through July 7th, buy one, get one free on ivermectin capsules, mebendazole capsules.
Dude, where's Elf?
Ivermectin and mebendazole.
We need Elf in here to lay some violin over this.
Ivermectin cream and hydroxychloroquine.
Dude, yeah, this is real, dude. This is real. This is an actual fucking paid spot or whatever. She's getting community noted on her ad. Bro, what the fuck, dude? Guys, I honestly, get me off the planet. Get me off the fucking planet. And this woman has millions of dollars. Okay, this woman has more money than I'll probably ever see in my entire life. And I've fucking been working hard. I've been an artist out there, like, crafting things for my entire life. And this fucking woman is probably making more money selling ivermectin to a bunch of MAGA fucking shitters that can't even find their own dicks because it's covered up in so many folds of Trump fat. Bro, it's just disheartening. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I see my kid's generation and he looks at the world and he says, Dad, I just don't want any part of it. I'm like, dude, I get it. I get it, dude. You know, I get it. Why? They're not lazy. They're literally like, they're fucking smarter than us. Probably had to milk a horse. Dude, like, bro, it is at the point where it's like we need a controlled demolition, guys. We need a controlled demolition of this whole goddamn world, bro. We need a controlled demolition of capitalism. I'm telling you, we need a controlled demolition of capitalism. Like no fucking shot, right? No questions asked. Sorry, not sorry. All right. On that note, though, guys, I'm going to go dance. I'm going to go spend a little time with my woman, but I'm literally thinking capitalism has to go. Like, seriously, it is like capitalism is like a spacesuit and there's a gouge in the neck. And all of our life force is just bleeding out into these assholes. Okay? We're being fleeced by all of these fuckers. And so we need to take the entire structure of capitalism and we need to start putting dynamite in every orifice. Right? Dude. Right? You are not anti-capitalist. I am fast becoming anti-capitalist, guys, because there's just, the thing about this is even if you regulate, who's going to regulate it? These are the people regulating it. The people regulating it are like overloaded on it. Even people we love, like Ro Khanna. Right? Oh, yeah, you love Ro Khanna? He's got a $250 million empire. Like, what the fuck is he going to do, man? Like, we should take all of Ro Khanna's $250 million, too. Like, all of these people are just looting, man. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of them, bro. Like, I am not in the ownership class. I never will be. I don't think any of you will be unless you fucking sell your souls to these fucking clowns. You know, I am fast becoming an anti-capitalist, like fast. Okay, that just so you know, if you wonder where my train is going, it is going towards revolution and anti-capitalism, and it is like speeding up by the day, man. Like, I am getting fucking pissed, all right? I am getting fucking pissed, boss, right? Let's go. I own my house, but that was socialism, okay, that helped me get this house. I don't own it because I fucking worked hard and was able to own a house, okay? Socialism helped me get a house, guys. Socialism. Don't you forget it, all right? Let's go. I could have worked hard my whole life and I would never own this house. It was only through socialism that fucking made that happen, boss. All right? Oh. Let's go. All right. Let's go, baby. Come on! All right, you ready? Right now we're gonna dance, though. Dude, right now we are gonna dance, boss. Fucking DDR, boss, coming at you. All right? I love you guys. We're gonna have to fucking figure this shit out, dude. Dude, something's happening. I don't know, man. I'm like, dude, I'm just feeling like I'm wanting a revolution. Okay, because I just don't think that this shit is the answer, dude. You know what I'm saying? I honestly don't. You know? I honestly don't like, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it's fucking, we gotta take this shit over or we need an asteroid and a complete reset. All right? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, Pine Box. Pine Box. Are you ready? You're right now we're going to dance, all right? We'll start the revolution tomorrow. Right now I'm going to dance. Let's go. Oh, shit. Here we go, baby. Time for a little deja vu. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on.
Got a lot of choices. I got a lot of ways that I can go. I hear a lot of voices. To say, but I've known been here before. this feeling that I have now, almost a bit holy, a notion that I will make it out somehow.
Let's go! Dude, I'm fucking out of breath, dude. And I don't mind the day I find what a peace of mind you are. 'Cause life is a wonderful mess. Hey. Let's go, baby! All right, guys. Dude, I'ma fucking go hang out with the lady. Then we're gonna go make some videos. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Make sure to take care of your head, guys. Something tells me it's gonna get a whole lot worse before we get out of this fucking thing. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm feeling more and more like we need a revolution by the day. All right? I'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, dude, stay together, stay radiant, baby. Good night.
Hey, I just want to change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't want to hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Say
It's about